44 AD, King Herod Agrippa I suddenly died after being hailed as a living god. His mysterious death sent shockwaves through history and raised numerous unanswered questions. Throughout the history of ancient dynasties, there have been mysterious deaths that leave people endlessly curious and debating. One such case is that of Herod Agrippa I, also known as Herod Agrippa the Great, a powerful and ambitious figure in the Jewish world of the first century. Born as Marcus Julius Agrippa around 10 BC in Caesarea Maritima, he was the son of Aristobulus IV and Berenice, and the grandson of King Herod the Great. Herod the Great was one of the early kings of Judea, known for his monumental architectural projects and his brutal methods of maintaining power. In his early years, Agrippa's life was far from perfect. He was forced into exile in Idumea around 23 AD due to mounting debts and a lavish lifestyle. However, fate shifted when around 37 AD, Agrippa I was appointed agoronymos, or market supervisor, in Tiberias by his brother-in-law Herod Antipas. This promotion opened new doors for Agrippa. Thanks to a close relationship with the Roman Emperor Caligula, Agrippa I quickly ascended the ranks of power, being entrusted with the governance of Iturea and Trachonitis by 40 AD. This connection not only brought him fortune but also amplified his power and influence in the region. By 41 AD, Herod Agrippa I was appointed king of Judea, Samaria, and Idumea, uniting the lands his ancestors had ruled. Agrippa became the last king of Judea, and during his brief reign he attempted to consolidate his power and navigate the complex political issues of the area. The people once again revered him as a god, a legitimate king bestowed by divine authority. Yet the very fruits of that power turned out to be a bitter remedy for Agrippa I. In 44 AD, Agrippa made a stunning appearance at a festival in Caesarea Maritima. Adorned in shimmering garments made of silver, the sun's rays made him shine like a god. The crowd, captivated by his unfamiliar image and power, eagerly proclaimed Agrippa as a living deity. But shortly after this acclaim, an unexpected turn of events took place. Just a brief time later, Agrippa began to experience excruciating stomach pains, a pain that continues to perplex historians and researchers today. After 5 days of grappling with intense agony, he passed away at around the age of 54. Agrippa's death not only marked the end of a king's life, but also opened up many unanswered questions. Some historical sources allege that Agrippa's death could very well have been a form of divine punishment. The arrogant praises of the crowd had seemingly drawn him into the grasp of a cruel fate. Some even argue that it was merely an unfortunate coincidence in a world rife with calamities, where power does not always equate to eternal life. However, alongside these speculations, another truth emerged: the possibility that Agrippa had been poisoned. Historians have revisited events surrounding his death, particularly the political instability in the region at that time. In the eyes of many, Agrippa posed a significant concern with his ambitions. His name became an obsession for other powers. Rivals, both within and outside his territories, had reasons to fret about Agrippa's rising influence. And many suspected that perhaps some among them sought to bring him down with a lethal dose, a mocking act against the god he had proclaimed himself just days before. The cause of Herod Agrippa's death was not simply the tragic end of a king. It exemplified the whirlwind of power, fame, and ambition throughout ancient history. As Agrippa lay writhing in his sickbed, one couldn't help but look to the heavens, where the deities or revered forces had once granted him strength, and ponder, was the divine retribution a result of human arrogance? As Agrippa closed his eyes, the world outside continued to churn, and nothing could halt the relentless flow of history. Chronicles would keep recounting the tale of his strange death, raising questions once more. Was Agrippa's death a punishment from above, or merely a cruel twist of fate? The death of Herod Agrippa I was not just a loss for his family and people, but became a topic of endless debate among scholars and believers alike. It prompts us to reflect on the values of power and nobility in such a complex world. As those in power sometimes face the consequences of their decisions, we cannot help but wonder whether fate has predetermined paths for each individual in this life. Herod Agrippa I, despite all his power and prestige, met a mysterious end, leaving a mark in history and a light in the stream of unanswered stories. This is the enigmatic allure of history, where a life can be defined by both glory and tragedy, captured in every page we record. His death has become an indelible narrative in the human experience, as people remain perpetually curious about the mysteries surrounding it, a life steeped in blood within the tapestry of time.